Ladies and gentlemen, today we're going to be talking about the tragic downfall of Eddie Griffin, who was once a lottery pick and a star at Seton Hall, but it all came crashing down and it led to his tragic demise, so let's get straight into it. Eddie Griffin would attend Roman Catholic High School, and he would lead Roman Catholic High School to 2 straight state championships, but in his senior season, his season would be cut short because he got into a fight with a teammate, but he would still commit to Seton Hall. Eddie Griffin would go off in his freshman season at Seton Hall, averaging 17 points per game with 10 rebounds on 42% shooting, which isn't the best, but teams were concerned about his attitude problems because he got into yet another fight with a teammate. So his draft stock would fall just a little bit going into the 2001 NBA draft. Sadly, right before the 2001 NBA draft, Eddie Griffin's half-brother Marvin Powell would die of a heart attack, and this would be a very difficult moment for Eddie Griffin. This would lead to a deep depression for him. But during the 2001 NBA draft, he would be selected 7th overall by the New Jersey Nets, and he would be traded that exact same night to the Houston Rockets in exchange for Richard Jefferson, Brandon Armstrong, and Jason Collins. Eddie Griffin did not have a very good rookie season. He would only average about 8 points per game on 36% shooting, but off the court he was starting to struggle with substance abuse and alcoholism. Eddie Griffin would have nearly identical stats to his rookie season in his second season, as his alcohol struggles started to get to him, and the Houston Rockets would cut him after the 2003 season, and Eddie Griffin would enter rehab for substance abuse. During the 2003-2004 season, Eddie Griffin would not play at all. He would be in rehab for substance abuse, but right before the 2004-2005 season, he would be signed by the Minnesota Timberwolves and ready to start a new chapter in his career and life. Eddie Griffin would only average about 7 points per game in his first season in Minnesota, but the Timberwolves saw some potential in him and they signed him to a 3-year deal with a player option after the second year. But things are only going to get worse for Eddie Griffin. Eddie Griffin would only average 4 points per game on 35% shooting the next season, but he would average a career high with 2 blocks per game. But in March of 2006, Eddie Griffin would be in a major car accident. Allegedly, Eddie Griffin was jerking it to a porn while driving. He would then hit an SUV. He would then beg the man who owned that SUV not to call the cops, and he would buy him a new car in exchange. He then went to a local convenience store and tried to buy more alcohol. In 2006, Eddie Griffin would play his final NBA game, and he would only play in 40 seconds that game. He would only play in 13 games that season, only averaging 1 point per game. But things were going to go way downhill for Eddie Griffin. On August 17th, 2007, Eddie Griffin would die in a car accident after driving his car onto a railroad track and a train would hit his car. He was only 25 years old. Dental records would show that Eddie Griffin was the man in the burning car, and he had 3 times the legal limit of alcohol in his system that night. Eddie Griffin would leave behind a 3-year-old daughter, and according to his former coach Dwayne Casey, he was actually trying to make a comeback in a European league. And people have questioned whether Eddie Griffin did this as a suicide attempt, but really we will never know, unfortunately. So this is the very sad story of Eddie Griffin. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.